Hi guys, welcome to part 5 of our full HTML and CSS course. So in this part of the course, I'm going to teach you about layout in Flexbox. So now, what is layout? In web design, layout is the arrangement of elements on a web page. It decides where things appear, top, bottom, left, or right, and how much space they should take. Now, for instance, it decides how much width an element should have, how much height it should have, and how elements relate to each other, whether they should be stacked, side by side, or overlapping. Now, CSS gives us tools to control layout, such as properties like display block, inline, flex, grade. We also have position, static, relative, absolute, and fixed. And we also have margin and padding, which help us control spacing. But don't worry about these properties right now. We are going to go over them one by one later. So for now, just keep the idea in mind. Now, I'm going to explain layout in a fun way. Think of your web page as a house. Right now, the house might be messy. Furniture is everywhere. Toys and dishes are scattered around. There is no clear plan. Layout is like creating a plan for the house. It decides that the sofa goes here, the table goes there, and the beds go in the bedrooms. It also makes sure there is enough space to walk and that everything is organized properly. Now, in web terms, each room is a section of the web page, like the header, the main section, and footer. And each piece of furniture is an element such as buttons, images, or text. And the plan for arranging them is the layout. Now, there is a CSS module that has many properties that help us place and organize everything the way we want. Because remember, layout is just the plan. It determines how everything should be arranged on the page and how the page should look. But Flexbox is what gives us the power to actually place every element where it should be. Every button, every image, and every piece of text. And that's where Flexbox comes in. Now, I'm going to explain Flexbox. Flexbox is a CSS module that gives you a bunch of properties to organize the layout of your page. It helps you arrange elements in rows or columns, align them easily, and make them adapt to different screen sizes without messy tricks. Now, let's go back to our house example. Let's say your house is messy again. You have yourself, your partner, and 3 kids, all running around doing different things. Each person has a job. You sweep and mop the floor. Your partner takes out the trash. Your kids wash the dishes. In this analogy, the house is your web page. The family is Flexbox. Each family member is a Flexbox property, and each one has a specific job to help organize the house. Just like each person helps make the house clean and organized, Each Flexbox property has a job to arrange, align, and distribute your page elements neatly and efficiently. Well, now let's go ahead and explore the YouTube layout. If you go to YouTube, you'll notice how clean and professional the layout looks. This is the entire YouTube layout. As you can see, right at the top, they have the search bar, and below that, they have the navigation bar. And on the left side, they have a sidebar with different options like home, subscriptions, and so on. And in the main section of the page, you can see the videos displayed in rows. Usually you'll see about 3 videos per row, depending on the size of your screen. And each video is organized in a very structured way. At the top, you have the video thumbnail. Right below that, you have the video title. Under the video title, you have the channel name, and next to it, you usually see the channel profile picture on the left side. And below the channel name, you usually see things like the number of views and the date the video was posted. You usually see them right next to each other. All of these elements are carefully arranged so the page look clean and organized and easy to navigate. Now, the reason they are able to create this kind of professional layout is because they use tools like Flexbox along with other CSS properties. Without layout system like Flexbox, it would be very difficult to organize all these elements in such a clean and structured way. Now, if we want to explore this even further, we can actually inspect the layout. All you have to do is just right click anywhere on the page and then click on inspect. Perfect. Well, this will open the browser developer tools, and then you can click on the element selection icon, and now you can start hovering over different part of the page. For example, if you hover over one of the videos, you'll notice how the browser highlights different part of the layout. As you can see, you'll see exactly how the thumbnail is placed on top, the title below, and the rest of the information underneath. And you may also notice different highlighted colors when you inspect elements. For example, you may see an orange or yellow area which represents the margin. And remember, margin is the space outside of an element. And if you take a look at the right side and the left side of the page right now, you'll notice an orange color on the left and on the right side of the page, and it represents the margin of the page. And you might also see a green area which represents the padding. And remember, padding is the space inside an element between the content and the border. And if you take a look here, you can see this green area right here. So it represents the padding between the border and the video thumbnail. So remember, padding is the space inside an element between the content and the border. Now, you will also see a blue area which represents the content itself. Right here, as you can see this blue area right here, this blue color right here, right? So it represents the content itself, like the text, image, or a video inside the element. Websites like YouTube use Flexbox, margin, padding, and other CSS properties to organize everything and create this kind of clean layout. And that's exactly what we're going to do in lesson 6. So in lesson 6, we are going to use Flexbox to create clean, structured layouts so our web pages look professional and well organized. So make sure to subscribe to WebGlowCademy so you don't miss lesson 6. Bye.